Happy Christmas Eve!
And Merry Christmas, y'all!
Here's to day one of our 24 days of Beermas. We've made it almost to the end. Christmas Day is tomorrow. Santa's coming tonight. I can't wait.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to celebrate with a bottle of this, Abita's Christmas Ale. If you look real close at that label, you'll see Santa Claus is riding across the sky with a bunch of gators up front.
He's got gators.
And you might ask, why are there gators on Santa's sleigh? And I'll tell you, that's because Abita Brewing is a New Orleans, Louisiana-based brewery. It was founded in 1986, just about 30 miles north of New Orleans. In its first year, it produced 1,500 barrels of beer. Now, without a frame of reference, you can't really tell what that is, but if we compare that to last year, for example, they brewed over 125,000 barrels of beer, and in fact, they brewed something like 13,000 barrels of soda. So they made more soda last year than they made beer the first year they were running. They're a privately owned and operated brewery, and they have a history of spearheading or pairing with local charities. For example, in 2010, when the Deepwater Horizon explosion occurred, Abita released a special edition SOS, Save Our Shores beer, donating 75 cents of every bottle to a fund that helped restore the environment, industry, and helped individuals that were affected by the explosion.
That's awesome.
So through the sale of SOS beer, they raised over $500,000, and coincidentally, they produced some merchandise in that related to it, and 100% of the net merchandise sales go to that charity as well.
That's awesome.
All right, so tonight we're going to be trying Abita Christmas Ale, like we talked about. Abita's Christmas Ale weighs in at 5.9% alcohol by volume. It has 38 international bitterness units. So you can detect it on the nose, that pininess on the nose. It's, yeah, go ahead, Julia.
And obviously we chose this one because Santa's bringing presents with the gator on the front. So
With some gators.
Yeah.
They're not crocodiles. If we said crocodiles, they're definitely gators.
They're gators.
New Orleans. If you ever get a chance to visit, this is where Julia tasted her very favorite beer and still favorite beer.
Purple Haze.
Abita's Purple Haze.
So yeah, no. So Santa, Christmas Eve, which is why we're drinking it today.
Yep.
And it's interesting having the gators on the front though, but that's okay. As long as the presents get to us, right?
Yeah, who cares how they get here, as long as they get here.
As long as they get here.
Something like that. So yeah, so this is a brown ale. It's brewed with 5 different types of barley. So pale, caramel, biscuit, Munich, and chocolate barley, which we've tasted in some other beers. It's also hopped and dry hopped with a variety of hops, including Apollo, Columbus, Centennial, and Amarillo hops. So this is probably why we get that, what they call the nice piney and citrus nose on it, which you definitely smell.
Oh yeah, it's strong.
Yeah, and they say that's going to carry through on a hoppy flavor and aroma in what they would otherwise describe as a sweet and malty brown ale. So I'm going to give it a sip. Hopefully you can hear Fred's rooting around in Christmas bags and stuff as he's been doing. It's surprisingly not as bitter as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to try another sip because I got a lot of water on that first film. Yeah, I got a little more bitterness this time. I got a lot more watery on the first sip.
I got a lot of bitterness.
Definitely not a lot of sweetness on this Christmas ale, for sure.
Not a lot of sweetness at all. It seems like a very strong beer. And I definitely got the pine flavor on the end.
Yep.
Which we all know is not for me because it's not what I like.
So ultimately, since I'm kind of a fan of these more hoppy and bitter beers, I gotta say, I like it.
So hopefully you've got your cookies made and ready for Santa and carrots and whatnot out for the reindeer. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and we'll see you tomorrow.
Feliz Navidad! Hopefully that's what I was supposed to do.